How's it going, you guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another pay-per-view in our UFC save, and it is UFC 274 GADELHA versus Namajunas. Now, it was supposed to be Nunes versus Anderson, as you could obviously see by the intro there. However, Amanda Nunes having to pull out due to an eye injury. That fight with Megan Anderson has been canceled. So unfortunately, we are without our main event, but we have a good main event also in GADELHA versus Namajunas. Take a look here at the card. Two titles on the line here today. Prohashka versus Kuchelaba, Lingo versus Barbosa, Cazares versus Joey Davis. It should be a good card anyways, so I hope you guys are excited for it. Be sure to like the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, be sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter so you can watch me live stream when I'm recording and all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys as always. Let's go ahead and get right into this pay-per-view. Our next pay-per-view is going to be a big one. McGregor versus Kevin Lee. And then right after that, we have another pay-per-view with 3 titles on the line. That is Till versus Jacare 2. An exciting month of action coming your way. Lovato versus Vancinas, as well as Uzdemir versus Thiago Santos. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. Let's get this pay-per-view underway. Why don't we? Let's do it. Taking place in Brazil, this pay-per-view is getting ready to get off. Let's go ahead and get right into it, starting of course with our prelims. Shanna Young taking on Miranda Danger Granger in the flyweight divisions. Shanna Young is 9-4, Granger is 9-1, and now Granger is 10-1 after knocking out Shanna Young. She now moves up to 10-1, 4-1 in the UFC on a 3-fight winning streak. She is. Moving on, Veronica Macedo taking on Pani Banzai Kianzad. Kianzad 15-7, a big favorite in this one against Macedo. Kianzad number 18 in the division. And Macedo actually with an upset TKO over Pani Kianzad. You love to see it from the 26-year-old Venezuelan who wants to face off with Kana Watanabe. Interesting. Khalil Roundtree taking on Shamil Gamzatov. Gamzatov undefeated at 16-0, a big underdog, however, to Khalil Roundtree. Roundtree, the number 18 light heavyweight in the division, coming off a loss to Thomas Narkun. Gamzatov, 3-0 in the UFC, coming off 3 straight wins. You love to see it. Gamzatov looking to be a force at light heavyweight, and he loses. The first loss in his career goes to Khalil Roundtree via TKO in round number 1. Roundtree still strong, 12-7-1, gives Gamzatov his first loss of his career, and he wants to face off against Jan Blachowicz. Up next, Brian Barberena taking on Bruce Soto. Soto 16-3, making his second UFC appearance here today. Barberena, veteran of the Octagon, 14-7-1, coming off a no contest to Sean Strickland. He was on a drug suspension before this, and he comes back in a big way. Actually, never mind. It is a draw. Ryan Bam Bam Barberena draws with Soto in what was an average fight. Clay the Carpenter Guida taking on Alberto Soldier of God Mina. Mina 14-2, 4-2 in the UFC, coming off a win over Chad Laprise. Meanwhile, Clay the Carpenter Guida, veteran of the Octagon as always, he's coming off a no contest to Joseph Duffy. And Alberto Mina gets it done against the Carpenter via unanimous decision. Kron Gracie taking on Sergio Giglio in the featherweight division. Kron Gracie has had a little bit of a tough time recently, number 24 in the division. 2 straight losses to Gavin Tucker and Bibiano Fernandez. On the other side, Sergio Giglio undefeated, 15-0, 3-0 in the UFC, coming off a big win over Do Ho Choi. And Sergio Giglio, representing Peru, gets another big win over a ranked opponent. The 25-year-old is now 16-0, still undefeated in his career. Alexa Grasso taking on Nadia, 187 Kasem. Nadia, 9-2. She is coming off 4 straight wins in her career, as my Alexa is for some reason going crazy. Nonetheless, oh, well, that's because I just said her name. Grasso, 3-7 in the UFC. She is coming off 5 straight losses. Very unfortunate. She is the number 15 ranked strawweight in the division, and she still loses. Grasso, her 6th straight loss. She's going to probably have to get sent down to Invicta as a result. Now 11-8 in her career. Nadia Kassem with a big unanimous decision victory over the number 15 ranked strawweight. Macy Chiasson taking on Betch Kohea. Betch in the bantamweight division, 13-6-1. She is coming off a loss to Yana Kunitskaya. On the other side, Macy Chiasson, 10-3 total, coming off 3 straight wins. Having a good showing for herself. She's currently the number 10 ranked bantamweight in the division, and she TKOs Betch Kohea in round number 3, improving to 11-3. And Kohea has retired from the sport. Wow. Everyone F in the chat for Betch Kohea. Shout out to her, as Nick Diaz returns to the octagon to face off against Andre Muniz. Undefeated in the UFC is Muniz, coming off a win over Uriah Hall. Nick Diaz, we all know and love him, coming off 5 straight losses. Ouch. Yoel Romero, Chris Weidman. It was a split decision, that one. A close one. But Nick Diaz back in the octagon. He is the favorite to the 7 years younger Andre Muniz. And Andre Muniz knocks out Nick Diaz in round number 1. You love to see it. Andre Muniz getting some of the star power from Nick Diaz, who is looking to be very close to the end. Andre Muniz just thanks his sponsors. All right. Everyone's giving me $60 at this point. And the first fight on the main card is Michel Prazeres, as he takes on Joey Davis. Prazeres, 40 years of age, 27-4, has had a good UFC career. He's coming off a loss to Takashi Sato. Joey Davis, undefeated, 3-0 in the UFC, looking like a big prospect. Love to see it. Coming off 3 straight wins here in the octagon. Daniel Rodriguez, Peter Buis, and Christian Savoy on the inaugural prospect showdown. He's a big favorite over Prazeres, and he gets a knockout in 16 seconds. Joey Davis, ladies and gentlemen, looking like a problem at welterweight, knocks out Prazeres in just 16 seconds. You love to see it. Moving on, Austin Lights Out Lingo taking on Edson Barbosa. I believe Barbosa was scheduled to fight somebody else. I can't remember who it was, but you can take a look there. Barbosa, number 8 in the division, coming off a win over John Lineker. This is a big test for Austin Lingo. 4-0 in the UFC since he's come in. Had a big win over Mirsad Bektic his last time out. He is unranked. Feel like that should not be a thing. He should be ranked. But taking on Edson Barbosa, he is the huge underdog, but he wins. He beats the number 8 ranked featherweight in the division, Austin Lingo, with a TKO in round number 2. I love it when things like this happen. You take a fight on short notice, and you beat a ranked opponent like Edson Barbosa. Austin Lingo, ladies and gentlemen. He says he was glad to overcome the odds, and that being the underdog helped motivate him. You love to see it. Another situation. This was supposed to be Kuchalaba versus Glover Teixeira, but now taking the fight on short notice is Yuri Prochazka, who has not had a very good start to his UFC career. 1-2, number 24 in the division, coming off a win over Corey Hendricks. Now, Thomas Narcoon, not an easy fight. Tyson Pedro, less so. Kuchalaba, number 4 in the division, coming off 4 straight wins. Alekshachuk, Alvi, Rakic, Anthony Smith. Let's see what happens. Prochazka is a big underdog in this one as well. It does not happen again. The absolute opposite. Ion Kuchalaba TKOs him in round number 1. And now our first title fight of this pay-per-view. Vicente Luque defending his welterweight title against Leon Rocky Edwards. Leon Edwards has won 3 out of his last 5. Gunnar Nelson, Jorge Masvidal, Kamaru Usman. In between that, he fought Israel Adesanya for the middleweight title and lost. And Vicente Luque. I mean, take a look. Nico Price, Ben Askren, Ponzinibbio, Michael Chiesa, and then a split decision beating GSP for the welterweight title. A very close fight, average fight. Let's get it going. It is a title fight. Leon is already scheduled to fight. That was just announced like an hour ago. He's fighting Bilal Muhammad on March 13th. So yeah, Leon has his fight. But let's see if Leon can win the welterweight title here against Vicente Luque. But yeah, that literally was just announced like an hour ago in real life. Edwards looks to unleash. Luque evades a big punch. Not producing any damage. Both fighters stepping in to strike. Round 1 is over, and it apparently went to Edwards. Okay. Countered with a nice right hook. Luque looking for a takedown. He can't get it. Muay Thai clinch. Edwards is in trouble in the Muay Thai. Vicious elbow. Oh no, he is cut. Leon Edwards is cut above the eye. A big elbow. Lands a jab, does Edwards. Edwards won the first round, but now he's cut and in a little bit of trouble. Edwards already getting tired. Luque taking damage to his legs, and he is already limping a little bit. Underway. Pressuring Edwards. Misses with a right hand. Quick 1-2 does not land. Counter jab. Walking down Edwards, manages a counter jab. They come together and strike. Leg kick lands for Edwards. If Leon wins, you'll have 2 champions from the UK at the same time. That is true. Edwards hits a right hook. Luque lands a hard right hand. Third round, not much going on. Looks like Edwards might be winning this round. Luque shoots in for a takedown. He can't get it. Luque looks for a trip takedown. Ooh, verbal warning. Another takedown attempt. This time he gets it. Trying to go for a Von Flue choke. He can't get it. Final 60 seconds of the armbar attempt. No danger. And round 3 ends. And they say that Edwards might have won it. The takedown and the submission attempts might have won Luque the round, but we'll see. A very close fight. This is for the welterweight championship of the world. A big right hand misses. 2 counter right hands. Exchange of strikes. Jab misses. Shoots on Edwards. Second half of the round. Muay Thai clinch. Uh-oh. Brutal elbow to the side of the head again. The cut is reopened. Edwards looks very tough. Edwards gets knocked out. Unbelievable. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Vicente Silent Assassin Luque. So close indeed. The welterweight championship still around the waist of Vicente Luque as we move towards our main event of the evening. For the strawweight championship of the world, Doug Rose Namajunas. Coming off 4 straight wins, Nina Ansaroff, Jessica Aguilar, Tatiana Suarez, and Michelle Watterson. Takes on Claudia Gadelha. Lost to Carla Esparza, then beat Karate Hottie, beat Joanna, beat Carla Esparza for the title, and then defended it against Amanda Hebos. Thug Rose is your favorite in this fight. Claudia Gadelha is your champion. Let's get this going. It is our main event. Steve Mazzagatti is your referee. Godelia in Brazil, in a hometown crowd. It'll be the second time that Namajunas fights for the title in Brazil. Remember what happened to her last time against Andrade. Two fighters engaged. Godelia lands a left hook. Counter jab from Godelia. Yeah, Thug Rose, she's still young. I mean, same thing with John Jones. Like, these guys have been around for so long that you forget. Uh-oh. Godelia's knocked down. Pounding away. Great shocks at her, rocking her. Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 41 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO and new undisputed UFC strawweight champion of the world, Thug Rose Namajunas. Thug Rose is the champion yet again. A big win over Claudia Gadelha in Brazil. Holding the UFC strawweight title aloft, she celebrates being the new champion and warns that she is intending to have a very long reign. Rose starting to make a case for the greatest 115-pound fighter. I would agree. Attendance of 13,000 in Brazil, gate of 4 million, made $27 million off a pay-per-view. I can only imagine what it would have been if Nunes was still on the card. However, still a great pay-per-view. 2 titles, 1 new champion, and a big knockout in round number 4 in the other one. Popularity increases all around. You love to see it. Let's see. Let's go and give the fight of the night to... Oh, wow. The ladies came out to play, huh? Let's go ahead and give it to Namajunas and Godelia. And then Joey Davis with a performance bonus. 16-second knockout. And then also Andre Muniz knocking out Nick Diaz. Congrats on the bonus. $30 million in profit, ladies and gentlemen. You love to see it. Top earners were Rose Namajunas, Claudia Gadelha, Edson Barbosa, and Nick Diaz. All right. As always, we'll go ahead and update our rankings, take a look at our emails, and then sign off. As always, thank you guys. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. Follow my Twitch so that way you guys can watch my live streams whenever I'm recording content. I appreciate you guys as always. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you guys are going to be watching the fights on Saturday. Don't know when this episode is going to come out, but there are fights this weekend between Derek Lewis and Curtis Blades. Hope you guys are having a good one. Can't wait for the Adesanya Blachowicz fight also, because I'm torn. I love both of them, you know? Adesanya is my boy, so I really don't know who I'm going to cheer for in that one. I just hope it's a great fight. 3 title fights on that pay-per-view card. That's insane. You know me, I love my pay-per-views with multiple title fights. That's why I like to make them here. And I mean, hey, if I make another division, like a 165-pound division, that just opens up more opportunities to have multiple title fights. All right, there we go. Namajunas wins title. Let's go ahead and update our rankings. Nothing at heavyweight. Light heavyweight, Khalil Roundtree moves up. Prohashka moves down. Andre Muniz now ranked at 24. You love to see it after beating Nick Diaz. Leon Edwards moves down to number 7. Nothing at lightweight. Edson Barbosa moves down. Austin Lingo in at number 24 after beating number 8. Wow, that's crazy. Nothing at bantamweight or flyweight. Macy Chiasson in at number 6 after beating Betch Kohea, who was number 12. I mean, hey, that's 4 fights in a row she's won. The last one by TKO. Interesting. Huh. We'll have to consider Chiasson for a potential title opportunity. Flyweight, nothing really going on. Strawweight, the queen is back. Rose Namajunas in as the champion. Nadia Kassem is now ranked. Grasso still there at number 19. Alrighty. Hamasaki taking on Asha Roka. Let's go ahead and renegotiate her contract. Rival bid from ACA for this guy who I really want. Ooh. This guy's a ranked light heavyweight and I really want him, so. Ryan Bader book. Betch Kohea retired. That's unfortunate. Joey Davis. Definitely want to keep him. That should get it done. Austin Lingo. Definitely want to keep this young man. He's now ranked 27. 5-0 in the UFC, coming off a big win over Edson Barbosa. Andre Muniz, same thing. Got to keep this young man. Gamzatov left after completing all of his fights. He lost. That's fine. Kron Gracie. Ooh, 3 straight losses. We're actually going to let Kron Gracie grow. Oh, it would cost money. Well, let's see. How about this? So that way we can cut him after his next loss then. Alright, boom. Alright, cool. Well, that's going to do it, you guys. The next time I see you will be for UFC Fight Night Lovato Jr. versus Van Steenis. Uzdemir versus Santos is after that, and then after that, we have 2 straight pay-per-views. McGregor versus Lee, and then Till versus Jacare 2. Super excited for the month of fights to come. I'm AZPlow21. Stay tuned. If you're on Twitch, I probably have the booking stream coming up. For those on YouTube, I'll see you at Lovato Jr. and Van Steenis. You guys have a good rest of your day.